Hi everyone, this video is about search, which is Minimax and Alpha Beta Pruning. Okay, first, Minimax and Alpha Beta Pruning are type of informed search. Minimax is used to search the game space, while Alpha Beta Pruning used to improve Minimax by eliminating large part of the tree. Next, let's understand how alpha beta pruning rules works. Node will be eliminated or pruned if either these two conditions occurs. The first condition for minimum node, if beta less than or equals to alpha of maximum ancestor. Second, for maximum node, if alpha greater than or equal than beta of minimum ancestor. Let's start with Minimax first. As we know, for maximum nodes, it will take the greater values among its children. For this case, we have 4 and 6. As we know, 6 is greater than 4, so we will take the value 6 to be the ancestor. Bear in mind, Minimax use depth first fashion. Next, we have 7 and 8. Since 8 greater than 7, so 8 will be the next ancestor. For minimum ancestor, it will take the minimum value among its children. For this case, the children are 6 and 8. 6 and 8. 6 has less value, so 6 will be next ancestor, next minimum ancestor. Moving on to the next subtree. For the leftmost, we have 1 and 2. Since we are choosing for maximum ancestor, we will choose 2 as the maximum ancestor. Same goes to 3 and 4. Next, for the minimum ancestor, we have to compare among 2 and 4. Since 2 less than 4, so we choose 2 as the minimum ancestor. Continue. For the rightmost subtree, we have 8 and 1. Since 8 greater than 1, we will choose 8 as the maximum ancestor. Next, between 9 and 3, we will choose 9 as the maximum ancestor. Next, for its minimum ancestor, between 9 and 8, we will choose 8 since 8 is less than 9. For the maximum node, which is the root, we have to choose between 6, 2, and 8. We have to pick the maximum value between these three. So, 8 will be the maximum value. Next, let's move on to alpha beta pruning. In case you forgot, let's recall back the rules of alpha beta pruning. For minimum node, if beta less than or equal to alpha of maximum ancestor, we will prune the next node. Same goes to maximum node. If alpha greater or equals to beta of minimum ancestor, then prune will be allowed. Okay, let's see how it works. For the leftmost node, leftmost substrate, we are actually implementing Minimax. So between 4 and 6 for maximum ancestor, we will choose 6 since 6 is greater than 4. Next, we will evaluate 7. 7 is the alpha, while 6 is the beta. Based on the alpha beta pruning rules, it states that if for maximum nodes, we can prune if the value alpha, which is 7, greater than the beta of the ancestor value, which is 6. So that's why we prune here. Next, eventually the sixth value will move to the root node. Now we will compare 2 with the sixth value. 2 is the minimum nodes while 6 is the ancestor maximum nodes. By applying the pruning rule for minimum nodes, if minimum value, which is the beta, is 2 less than the maximum alpha ancestor, we could prune the nodes. So that's why we prune here. Next, we will evaluate 8. By comparing 8 with 6, there's no rule that we can use here since 8 is greater than 6. So next, we will execute 9. We will have to compare 9 with 8. 8 will be the minimum ancestor while 9 is the alpha maximum value. So the maximum value now is 9. Is greater than the minimum value of ancestor, which is 8. So that's why we prune here. So the maximum value for roots is 6. That's all for alpha beta pruning. Thank you for watching our video.